12 weeks I've been looking at arm triangles. Okay. Actually in 3 weeks time I finish this mesocycle. So we're going to look at the BRABO from the bottom this time. Again, this is something not a lot of people do. And it works really well if you do 3 things at the same time. If you don't do these 3 things at the same time, you'll probably look like a dick. Okay? But it's good if you can hit these 3 things at the same time as positions. We can hit it from side control bottom, or we can hit it from the off guard bottom. We'll look at the side control first. So, Car's got his cross face underhook. We talked about last week about this shoulder smash where Car's putting a lot of pressure on my face. If I get to this position, do not try to hit the BRABO from here because I can't move. He's smashing my head, right? Or he's driving his shoulder into my face. So I really want to get into the position of in transition. As Car's entering side control. Okay. First thing I want to do is I'm going to sit up. Okay. So my head is not in the crook of his arm down here getting smashed. So when I make frames, okay, I want to bring my head nearly into his ear. Okay, that's the first detail. Second, I can overhook his underhook because he's going to have an underhook on this arm. Okay, cross face underhook for good side control. So I'm going to overhook this arm. Okay. Thirdly, my arm's going to feed through to the far hip. Okay, and I'm going to make a frame. Because if I don't make a frame, when I walk this way to make space, Carl will be following me. So then when I move my hip this way, Carl's bringing his knee tight to my hip, it makes it very difficult for me to escape. So from here, I'm going to thread this through and make a frame. Okay? Then I can walk my hips this way. And the space that I've created here, I'm going to spin underneath. Okay? And from here, my left arm is going around into my BRABO position. Again, we looked about rule of thumb when we played the BRABO, whereby I want my thumb at the base of his neck. Okay, there's 2 things Carl wants to do from here. Okay? He wants to pull this arm out and get it to this far side here. So when I end up here, first thing I want to do is I'm going to turn onto my side, which gives me a higher profile. So when Carl tries to pull that arm out, it's harder. Okay? Not impossible, but harder. From here, guys, second thing he's going to do is posture straight up. So I want to do 2 things from here. I can drop my knee onto the back of his head, make it here, posture up now, harder, or I can get this bolt cutter grip here, posture up now. Okay. But again, from here, I've got nothing, posture up now, I've lost the position. Okay, so from here, guys, okay, I'm going to lock off my BRABO, I'm going to grab my bicep, my hand is going to grip under the far armpit, and all I'm going to do is use my shoulder, okay, to walk under Car's right arm. I want to tilt Car from his knees onto his right side. If you get the choke, the detail is, see my shoulder? It's going to push Car's shoulder, okay? This jugular, my sharp edge of my forearm is making it come on the other side, and I just walk this way. Okay. I make frames, I sit up. Okay. If I've left it to here, it's too late. Forget about it. So I sit up, I control that overhook, hand comes in here to make a frame. I walk my hips this way and I spin out, and this hand comes across to this side here. Okay? So I need to stop him from posturing, I need to stop him from putting this arm out, so I can turn onto my side. I can drop this here onto the back of his knee or on his head, stop him from posturing, or I can make this bolt cutter action here. Okay? And when I'm ready to hit my BRABO choke, I got my bicep, I grip this far armpit, and I'm going to walk my body, cut Carl's shoulder, tilt him onto his right side. When I get him on his right side, just half of the armpit comes onto the back. Tighten everything up, okay? Making sure my shoulder's driving into Carl's, so we don't actually have to walk too far to pick it up. Okay? Switch positions. I have to do the 3 things same time. Sometimes what happens is, from here, heart sits up, he overhooks. If I feel this hand here coming to this far side, my transition is, if he hasn't got tight control of this, is I'm going to come underneath and grip the gi and switch till the bread cutter choke. Okay? But I mean, you're not going to go sit up 1, overhook 2, hand comes out 3. You want to do all 3 and spin out immediately, so that again your opponent hasn't got time to switch for the bread cutter choke. So it needs drilled. Let's look at it from half guard. I think it works better from half guard because I have more control of this leg. So from here, again, I'm sitting up, I control this, okay? I want the bait Carl into going for his cut cross. So when I bring my hand through, I'll possibly open my leg. And when he cuts cross, I'm through, okay? Lock it off, tilt, walk. One time, half guard. So again, in the scramble, I make frames. Okay? I sit up in the car, I overhook this, hands coming through, I'll possibly uncross my legs, and when he goes to cut cross, I'll go back to it. Lock in my BRABO, tilt him, okay. Hand comes here, detail of getting my shoulder behind his shoulder, so then when I walk, I have the tilt. Okay. So that's BRABO from the bottom, guys. Let's drill.